Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Midweek Chat with Jasmin. I'm your host, Jasmin Bryant, your brand visibility coach, helping women over 40 who are speakers, coaches, entrepreneurs, and small business owners get over themselves and get on camera to become visible and make money because you, my friend, are entirely too cute to work too hard and be broke. So let's not do it. And to that end, I have Deborah Mallow here today. She is your ray of sunshine. I love that so much. She's charismatic, enthusiastic, and inspiring motivational speaker. Oh my God, that is adorable. I'm so glad I looked up.
To brighten your day. I'm sorry, I interrupted.
No, I love it. I love it.
We're live in the moment. Okay, please go on, Jasmin. You're the bestest.
I adore this so much. And I mean, it flows. I mean, you are a seasoned positive energy success coach. I mean, can you get more positive energy than a ray of frickin' sunshine on your screen? No, you cannot. No. So, Deborah,
Smile.
this is going to be a fun interview. I can tell. Deborah is the author of the soon to launch. It's on Amazon next month, right? In
Yes.
April. The 6 Steps to Fewer Days That Suck. Yes, please. Which shares strategies, solutions, stories, and some science to turn negative habits into positive ones. And you're also the creator of the Daily Decisions, which we're going to talk all about that because I just think that is amazing because you are going to help the folks who are watching to, master how to create these daily decisions to have happier, healthier,
Yes.
better lives.
Yes.
So, thank you, Deborah, and welcome and thank you for being here.
It's good to see everyone. And I start everything by saying, everybody listening, Jasmin too, me too, we're going to give ourselves a warm hug. We're
I
going to
like
love ourselves. We're going to learn to love ourselves, to be personally considerate and kind to ourselves. And I speak from experience because I came from struggles and I worked through it. And that's how I started my book. It wasn't for for consumption for everybody. It was just so that I could make the change because I said on a
Mhm.
New York City subway platform that if I don't change, nothing will change. And we
Yeah.
all have to make the decision, the commitment to ourselves, to love ourselves enough to be present in the moment and find ways to change our negative thinking and enjoy more and worry less. And it works if you want it to work.
I love that because, it's one of those things where we can be so deep into our thoughts, and those negative thoughts can be so incredibly loud, but you have to make that choice to be that ray of sunshine. And you have to make that choice to say, okay, today's not going to suck. I'm going to have a great day. And not even just to say it out loud, but to think it because your thoughts can be so incredibly loud and so powerful.
Powerful.
So
It's really
tell
true.
us, yeah, so tell us more about what it is that you do.
So, what I do is I am on a mission and I coach people. And their accountability partner. I am not a therapist and I'm not a psychiatrist or medical affiliate in any way, but I've been through life. I've had the struggles. I know what it takes. And I actually came out the other side into the light as a overachiever since I was 10 years old. It continued and continued. I had to be number one. I had to be the best. I
Mhm.
had to be the best at my job, the best as a parent, the best, the best, the best. Well, all of that led to burnout, exhaustion, negative thoughts, never feeling I measured up, even though I was the best, like whatever I was
Mhm.
doing when I was a sales rep. Before that, when I was in design, I had so much success, but all I would focus on was the things that didn't go right, not all the things that went right in a day. Obviously, there
Yeah.
were good things that I was doing well and accomplishing. We
Mhm.
just have to be considerate to ourselves rather than saying, I messed up again. I'm just not good enough, or all the negative words that go through our minds. We have to reframe those words, those thoughts, and say that I love learning something new, something positive, rather to flip the script, not go to the negative, go to the positive, overcome the negativity bias. Our brains, science shows that our brains tend to remember the negative information, the negative events over the positive. But we can reframe our thoughts, reshape our perspective, and be more positive. Will every day be perfect? Nothing is perfect. And that's
Yeah.
where the permission comes in to accept ourselves for doing the best we can. Some days we'll do better, some days we'll do worse, but there's always more of a challenge. And I don't use the word failure. I've
Mhm.
renamed it education and growth, because how else do you learn? And if you're not willing to make mistakes, you're not going to grow. You're not going to actually turn into the person that you really could be, maximize your potential. And why not? Life is too short to be grumpy.
Yes. Yes. That you just like hit my philosophy on the head because I sometimes people say I'm a little too perky, but I'm just like, you know what? Life, like you said, life is too short to be grumpy, and being miserable gives you gray hair and wrinkles, and I don't want them. So, I'm just like, I choose my joy, like, and I choose not to let people steal my joy. Do I get a little annoyed sometimes? Absolutely. But
You're
are you,
human.
yeah, like, but, are the you public general gonna, take from me? No, no, you are not. Like, that is not yours to take. So thank
That's
you for
right.
that. And, and that for anyone who's struggling with visibility, because like I teach people how to become
Yes.
visible and be on
Yes.
camera and get over that
Yes.
camera shyness and that fear.
Yes. I've
That's one of the
watched.
things. Thank you.
I'm a
It's
fan. We're connected now.
I know, right?
Everyone
Um,
connect with Jasmin. She is the best. She will get you over your fear fast.
well, thank you. I appreciate that. But what you were talking about is one of the things that I teach people. It's like, it's those negative thoughts to get
It is.
to get it out, because you sit there and you're like, what do I look like on camera? What do I sound like on camera? I can't do this because I'm not good enough. I don't know enough. I'm not. And like you're saying, just flip that on its head and, you know, go through it, go past it, because you just have to tell yourself and believe it and do it.
And it's so true, because probably nobody would believe it. I couldn't get up in front of people when I was working in pharma. The whole idea of
Mhm.
role playing in front of people, now I could do it easy peasy. What the problem is, and I'm sure you teach this, is we get caught in our heads.
Mhm.
And I heard a story about the actor James Wood. And once he just stopped thinking, I mean, I'm not talking about stop thinking at all, but what I'm saying
Right.
is we have to stop our thoughts and just be in the moment and
Mhm.
just enjoy the moment. Be, as I'm always say, be in the present. Well, this is part of that. Once you don't focus on yourself and you focus, like I'm focusing on you, Jasmin, you're focusing on me. That's the key.
Mhm.
And then the words just flow. It's sometimes not so good to memorize something as just to know it.
Yeah.
And then you can, when you really know it, you memorize it, but you really know it, in acting they say, well, then you can play. And that's really what it's about, is getting over ourselves and
Mhm.
just doing, not thinking so much about it all.
Yeah, because it's not about us. It's not about you. It's not about me. It's about the people who are watching, who can be
Yes.
impacted by what we have to say.
Yes.
And like, you're the expert. You know what's up here. You know what
Yes.
people need.
Yes.
So it's that overthinking garbage that keeps you
So
stuck.
bad.
Yeah.
So, and the more we allow ourselves to do it, the more it's just going to stay as that pattern over and
Mhm.
over again. What I say a lot of times is to get over it. Give somebody a sizable $100, $75, a friend that they're going to give it back to
Mhm.
you. But till you actually do it and get out of your head, you're not getting that money back. And that's a really fast way. So,
Oh,
as much as you can afford that, you really want that money back.
yes.
There's all kinds of tips and tricks to just, and I'm sure that's what you teach, to be able to get over it. And once you do, it just becomes second nature and you don't go back. It's just breaking through that one time. And that's how I understand. I have so much empathy for everyone because everything that everyone's going through, I went through. And, now I don't worry
Yeah.
anymore. I really don't, because it's such a waste of time.
Mhm.
91% of the things we worry about, a study said, never happen. So 9%
Mhm.
of the things we worry about happen. So what are we doing to ourselves? And that's the thing, and same as going in front of the camera, right?
Yeah. I like that reframing. I really do. It's like, only that 9% is actually going to happen. So why not enjoy the other 91% of your life? I love that. So we have a lot of women who watch, right? And they are family, they have their families, they have their businesses, they may have a job as well as the family and their business. So, there are a lot of choices, there's a lot of overwhelm. What is like one decision that a woman who is watching today can make that can help with kind of getting some of that overwhelm, some of that overthinking, some of that out of control feeling? Like, what can they do today? What can they decide today to kind of get them over that?
Well, everything is little steps. The one thing about overwhelm is when we try to do everything at once, we do nothing. So
Mhm.
we need to do little steps for ourselves and commend ourselves, praise ourselves, give ourselves a reward, whatever that might be, for doing it, and then take the next step. And the first step is, it's so important to build confidence and resilience and to train
Mhm.
your mind to be positive rather than negative, to flip that script. So, the best way to do it, I find, is you have to honor your value and defend your dignity. That's what I say.
Mm.
I say it in my book. It's all these little sound bites that you can remember, because your value, you have value. You are a gift, and remember, you are who you think you are. You think you can do something. You think you're really good at something. And I'm not talking about being false. I'm talking about, we all have strengths. I live in the real world, and I know every day isn't perfect. I get it. And you can't be happy every second, but how we treat ourselves, and that's why I call it personally considerate. We need to
Mhm.
find ways to reframe the negative words that are going to come out of our mouths, and never, I say, don't apologize for yourself. I don't say don't apologize to someone if you bump into them. I'm
Right.
very considerate, but I'm just saying, stop apologizing for every little thing you do, because honestly, there's no need to. What are you doing wrong? We tend to, as women especially, be people
Mhm.
pleasers. We apologize when we were going to say something that we're just maybe helping someone else. Why shouldn't we have confidence? And again, I'm back to the confidence in what we have to share. What we have to share has value,
Mhm.
and we have to honor our dignity and be able to see our self worth. So I say, write down 5 things that make you wonderful, post it in a few places, carry it with you, say it to yourself over and over again. When you're about to go down a rabbit hole and chastise yourself, say some things that make you wonderful. We all have strengths. We
Yeah.
all have gifts. Don't say you don't, you do. And you know that you do, because people comment on, oh, you do that so well, or oh, whatever it might be, your
Yeah.
style, your your ability to get things done quickly, whatever it might
Mhm.
be. So, honestly, starting with validating ourselves is one of the best ways to get over ourselves and to realize we are who we think we are, and we need to look at ourselves in a positive light, not a negative light. So I hope that you listening tonight will write down the things that make you wonderful, that you should validate yourself for, and go forward. And then when you have the negative thought, before letting it go on,
Mhm.
stop it and reframe it and say and turn it into something positive. Like I said, I messed up again. No, I like learning something new. There's always a way to turn something into a positive. And the more you do it, the more it becomes a habit, the
Yeah.
more you will do it, because your brain seeks patterns. They love patterns. That's the
Yes.
science. It's true. So we're going to make new positive patterns that stick slowly but surely. And when you do it, give yourself a gold star, meaning, or make a check box, or list all the things that you're accomplishing, post it somewhere, because when you see the words,
Yeah.
it becomes part of you. You can do it. I did it. Jasmine's, she finds the positive in things. It's how you want to look at things. It's your choice. Nobody can do it for you, but you can do it for yourself.
Yeah. I love that. I mean, you are what you think you are. You are who you think you are. And, you know, you talk about self care and resilience and, confidence, self esteem. I mean, they're all so key when it comes to living this well intentioned
Yes.
life.
Yes.
And, you know, it's just people need to know that that's not being selfish to appreciate yourself. It's not being boastful to say that I'm good at this or I'm worth this or whatever it is. And as women, we don't take compliments very well.
No.
You know,
No.
it's
No.
crazy that we don't.
And what's so interesting is this, is the truth of the matter is we actually owe it to ourselves, to our families, to our friends, to our colleagues, to validate ourselves and to actually make ourselves feel better. Because if the old saying goes, when you feel good, you do better. So
Mhm.
by bringing in the confidence, the resilience, knowing that something happens that you didn't want to happen, well, you learn from it. No world is failure, it's education and growth. And then you're smart enough, you don't do it the next time. Or maybe you do
Yeah.
it the next time, but then you keep learning, because when you do it the next time, you recognize what you're doing. And that's when
Mhm.
the shift can happen.
Yeah. And like you said, our brains want patterns. So whether that's a good pattern or a bad pattern, that's your choice to focus on that. But if you start to notice the bad patterns, then you can switch and you can course correct and go toward the good patterns.
And that's so true. And it's all wrapped up in negativity bias, which
Mhm.
dates back to early humans, the caveman, if you want to call it the caveman brain. And what happens is, just because they had to protect themselves, it was a different world there. They were going to be attacked by animals, but
Yeah.
it, it was, they weren't safe. Like, are we safe now? But we're a lot safer than they were. They
Right.
were back
We
in
don't
the
have to
day.
worry about mountain lions hopefully coming to
Right.
attack us in our sleep.
Exactly. So what happens is our brains tend to remember information, events, the negative side of it, more than we remember the positive side. So, what we need to do is do things and train our mind, our thoughts, to reframe and think more positively. And just starting with little steps, as I said, and not being so hard on ourselves. We have to
Yeah.
stop beating ourselves up, because what are we beating ourselves up for? Think
Yeah.
about it. What really matters? If you stop yourself and say, what really matters in life? The health of your family, the health of you. Yes, being able to provide for yourself and having, I know that brings stress,
Yeah.
but we have to look at it at the big picture, because so many more really good things will happen to you when you have that positive outlook and you believe that the good is going to happen. I have so many stories. You think about Jim Carrey, who he wrote himself a check for $10 million and because he was going to make it
Yeah.
in Hollywood or make it
Hmm.
as an actor comedian. And wouldn't you know it, it doesn't happen because we wish it to happen. You have
Right.
to put in the effort, yes,
Yeah.
but our mindset will have when we're positive and we believe in it, whether you want to call it manifesting, everybody calls it different things, but when you put energy
Hmm.
towards something, chances are it has a, well, it definitely has a better chance for happening. But think about how many times in your life you wanted something and you focused on it and you worked towards it, and then
Hmm.
all of a sudden it would show up. And maybe it doesn't show up exactly the same way as you envisioned it, but it shows up the right way for
Yeah.
you. And I'm not hokey. Like I said, I'm realistic, but I'm old enough to know that throughout my life I've had things that I've wanted and I've worked towards them.
Hmm.
And all of a sudden, there they are. They come to me like a job or whatever it might
Yeah.
be. So I really think we owe it to ourselves to put positive spins on things because then it's more likely that we'll enjoy more and worry less.
Absolutely. I have, I have friends where we all have like the pretty much the same background, the same upbringing, but we have very different lives. And part of it, I believe, is because of thoughts. And, some are always feeling like life is a struggle. Life will
Yes.
always be a struggle. So
Yes.
what do? They struggle.
Yes. Yes.
And I'm not, I mean, I said in the beginning, I'm too cute to be broke. So I don't believe in the struggle mindset and the struggle concept. And so, knock on wood, I've not had that, and
True. Very
it's,
true.
it's like, okay, this didn't work, but what will?
Yes.
Let's do something else,
Yes.
you know?
And listening to what Jasmine is saying is something that we all have to make sure that we're focusing our minds, flipping the script to actually do it like that because it's more satisfying too. We're honoring ourselves by believing in ourselves, by believing that our gifts are needed by other people. Jasmine
Mhm.
doing the show is a gift to everybody to be able to move forward, that growth mindset, right? The abundance
Yeah,
mindset. Why not? Why not?
why
We're
not?
doing this for ourselves. All of it is for us. It's and we need to, as Jasmine said, not think it's selfish, but to do it so that we're better, we're more present being when we're helping other people, when we're with our families.
Yeah.
And I love what you're saying. Please go on. It's just wonderful.
No, thank you. Thank you. But I mean, you've been such a ray of sunshine. Just this breath of fresh air
Thank
because,
you.
I love that you're like, yes, I live in the real world and you're not always going to have a great day. And I think you said like at one point, like Mickey Mouse even has a bad day sometimes, right?
Exactly. You read it.
You know?
It's really
Yeah.
true. Everybody struggles. We face death. We face sometimes accidents that we have to deal with, sad things that happen to our children. There's just so much out there. But again, it's all about how we react.
Yeah.
We need to take a breath and pause before letting the anger and the fear and all the negative things that happen that drag us down the rabbit hole. And then we have to apologize later. It's better to take the breath and stop yourself, envision the chain reaction and stop it, or the domino effect, whatever you want to
Yeah.
call it, before it starts. You owe it to yourself. And the more you practice doing it, the easier it becomes. I
Yeah.
don't lash out anymore. Like I said, I hit a rock bottom. I almost lost a job, a really good job, because of my anger. It's not that I'm coming at this just saying, oh, every day is going to be great. And you can, no, it takes effort to change. But
Mhm.
understanding that we need to respect ourselves, be personally considerate, and also respect others, even if you don't feel they don't deserve your respect, still, it leaves a better feeling within you. And honestly, it's important to care about ourselves, how we feel, to treat ourselves with dignity.
Yes. Treat ourselves with dignity. That is a great place to end. Before we go, you have a gift for the audience.
Yes.
So can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yes, please visit my website. Join my positive energy club. The website is the Daily Decisions with an S.com. And if you go to the Daily Decisions with an S.com/inspire, you can join my positive energy club. It's complimentary, or in plain words, it's free. Just join me, just subscribe, and you can download 3 sheets. You will get a
Mhm.
happiness worksheet, a
Oh.
motivation worksheet. They all helped me grow and develop, and a feel good activity worksheet.
Oh, this is
Yeah,
exciting.
yeah, either really. I personally curated it because it actually is a companion to my book, 6 Steps to Fewer Days That Suck.
Mhm.
But they stand alone too, because it's just grounded in the real world, what we all
Mhm.
struggle with. And you can read a snippet of my book. It's on the website. You can see me on other podcasts. There's a wealth of information on there, and I'd love to connect. You can send me an email. I do answer. Jasmin knows I
That's
answer.
right.
I try to do it right away, but it would be more than a day. And it would be great to get to know anyone. And if you need help, I'm there for you too. It's great.
I
Thank you,
love it.
Jasmin.
Thank
This has been.
you.
Could we end this with everybody giving themselves another hug and
Yes, let's
smiling?
hug
Because
and
what I didn't say
smile.
is when we smile, it's proven by science that smiling and laughing get the endorphins
Mhm.
percolating, and it actually makes us feel good. Just try smiling, and all of a sudden,
Yeah.
your heart is at peace.
Yes. I always say you can't be a well, it's a nasty word that I say, but you can't be miserable if you're smiling at yourself. You just can't.
It's
Um,
right, and it's really
yeah,
true. Don't discredit the strategy until you try it. Don't
yeah.
just say, oh, they're just saying that because their lives are better. Believe me, we all struggled and we all
We
figured it
all have
out.
issues. Yes, it like you said, it's how you react to them, how you change from them, how you grow. So thank you for that. And the link to Deborah's site it's in the chat. For anyone who's new to me, I have a gift for you as well. It's videos to cash. If you go to videostocash.com, the link is there also. And it's the 5 steps that you can take to use your videos and make some money. Because what did we say at the top? You're too cute to be broke. Don't need to work so hard to make money. Let your videos do the work for you while you sleep. So, Deborah Mallow, your ray of sunshine, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for inviting me, Jasmin. It's just, I am such a Jasmin fan of all you're doing and helping, and I'm getting that free gift
No,
because
thank you. And
everybody can use
I'm
it.
joining your club because who doesn't
Yay!
need positivity and motivation all the time? I mean, it's perfect. We need it,
We
you
need to
know?
be around people that
Yeah.
uplift us, not people that
Mhm.
bring us down. And there's nothing wrong with addressing the people that are toxic or negative in your
Yeah,
life, because what they're doing is they're not serving you. They're doing you a disservice, because
absolutely.
what you surround yourself with is what you become too.
Yes.
Just like they say, the 5 people that are
Mhm.
closest to you, that's what you're the sum of. So think about
Exactly.
it, and don't feel that you can't separate from certain people. Clean house. Spring clean. We're in spring.
That's
Spring
right.
clean.
Spring clean. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. Go to Deborah's website, thedailydecisions.com/inspire, and join her amazing community and get your motivation and your inspiration and make those daily decisions to be happier and have fewer days that suck. And the beginning of April, her book is out, the six steps to have fewer days that suck, right?
6 steps to fewer days than some.
Okay, perfect.
We
All right.
could
Well,
show a picture.
yeah,
There you
there we
go.
go.
There you go. It's a
So
little
that's what
backwards, but it's back there too.
no, it's all good. It's all good. And so that's what you guys can look for on Amazon or anywhere that you buy your books.
Yes.
So thank you guys, and we will see you again.